it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful look at that sky in frozen Atlanta, Georgia. Today is October the 19th, 2022, and my voice is still a little funky, but I am feeling much better. I almost feel normal now. I still have a little bit of frog in my throat, but it's all right. So it's almost 9 o'clock. It's Wednesday, and look how beautiful that is. Just take it in. If you're not looking up at the sky often enough, why not? You know, Jesus is coming back. He's coming in the sky, so you better look up. All right, so here's the question. Is the mower gonna start? It's about, the temperature is probably about 30 degrees right now. I think it got down almost 28. Let's see if the mower starts. Let's just get this out of the way. I'm interested to know. The mower will start. It's not that cold in the garage, but still. I like them Kawasaki's. They good mowers. They're a good engine. You take care of those Kawasaki's. Let's see if I can do this one hand. Should be able to. Mow and go. All right, so let me get the stuff loaded in the truck, and I'll talk to y'all about something in just a second. All right, y'all want to see how easy a Chevy starts? I haven't started this yet. Let's see. Nothing to it. Look at that ice. Ice all over everything. Ice. And this is Georgia. This is Atlanta. Nobody needs this. I'll say it again. I'll say it till the day I die. I can't stand winter. I can't stand cold weather. I hate it. I like it hot. But I'm gonna have to let this run a while to defrost, cause listen, I ain't scraping these windows. We're gonna just let it we're gonna just let this truck warm up, and I'm not gonna sit in here like a moron. I'm gonna sit here just for a minute because I like to hear that Chevy Magnum flow. All right, so here's the question. You guys know that I like to I'm not gonna call it complaining. I like to talk about whatever's going on that's not so cool. But all right, so here's the thing. I'm just reflecting back on the months that we've had. So what's worse in my mind? So here's the question. What would you rather face? All right, would you rather it be spring? The grass is starting to get overgrown, it's sloppy wet, it's raining all the time, which to me, doing lawn care, the rain is the worst thing, hands down. Or would you rather it be summer where it's super hot? Maybe you're getting an adequate amount of rain. The grass, everybody's yard is always overgrown. So you're spending a lot of time blowing off the yard because it's so overgrown. And it, you know, remember back in like June and July, how much copious amounts of grass, well, depending on what kind of grass you have, but it's just overgrown. You know, you got to do something with it. And we don't bag here. People seem to be amazed about that, but excuse me. Bermuda is very fine, and I don't care how much Bermuda's on the lawn. You get a good blower, go in. The reason is because Bermuda breaks down really, really fast. It's a very dry grass, and it breaks down super fast. And if you bag Bermuda, people that bag Bermuda, I have seen their lawns not as healthy. Now, it doesn't mean if you do it once or twice when scalping or if there's a lot of leaves on there. I'm just talking about the actual bagging, constantly bagging, because you're taking 75% of the nitrogen that that grass would have been able to use. You're taking it away. Let the Bermuda have its nitrogen. I don't even bag fescue. Now, I know that you guys up north and I think out west or northwest, you have to bag. It's just a thing. It's just not a thing down here. So anyway, would you rather have that, or would you rather have super hot in August where the grass is starting to dry up a little bit, but it's just miserably hot outside and it's super dusty? Or would you rather have fall where there's leaves everywhere, where you got to make a decision? Well, should I blow the leaves before and then cut them up? It just depends. Every property's different. Some I'll blow a little bit, especially if they're in the street. I try to keep like colors together, right? So if you've got nothing but green grass everywhere, you blow the grass and it just disappears. You don't see it. You get a nice yard cut, and then you've got stray leaves that are in the street that you've got to blow somewhere. How do you handle that? Or I guess it's case by case. But let me go turn this mower off. Oops. We're just gonna let her idle for a while. She's gotta warm up. So I'm going inside the house where it's warm. All right, hold on. Let me get where the sun's not gonna kill this shot. Come on, Maya. There's, okay. So the Doberman's gonna get in my lap, like she always does. It's all right. Lay down, come on. Good girl. This is her thing. It's a lap Doberman. Okay, so, yeah, so there's all different types of situations. Very rarely is it ever gonna be just, 80 degrees, perfect soil conditions, perfect grass height. It's not gonna happen. I definitely, out of all that stuff, the dusty environment is I could care less about the dust. If you watched my PPE video, before I used to hate it, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's not so good for the mower, air filter, but it's definitely not something that bothers me. The worst thing is, to me, even worse than this cold, is the rain. This year has been bad. I can't imagine how many times I've started to go out to cut, or I was in the middle of cutting and it started raining. It did that for weeks. It was miserable. I don't particularly, yeah, because what's gonna happen is now you're cutting wet grass and it's usually overgrown, and then it does that just gigantic clump. Now, if you're in Bermuda, it's okay because it's all fine and you can disperse it. But I had some yards that's full of nothing but dandelions and chickweed, and that stuff would go into those softball sized clumps. Oh, it's horrible. And you try to go a little bit later, kind of, it's a bad situation. But Trimstar took care of it. Now, one thing that I am thinking about, so anyway, before I get to that, comment down below and tell me which is your least favorite environment to be cutting and doing lawn care in. Okay, so the other thing that I've been thinking about is I need, well, I cannot have, if I'm going to continue to use the, excuse me, I hate having to keep doing that, clearing my throat. I keep having, I wish I had my 54-inch Trimstar because it had a really powerful engine. It was a 23 horsepower. They don't make that one anymore. On the 54, they have a little bit, it's a different engine. Same it's still a Kawasaki, but it's not as powerful. I don't know why they made the change. So my mower's only got 18.5 horsepower. And while it is adequate, I don't think it's powerful enough. If you go to like a 48-inch Hustler stand-on, or most 48s, they're gonna have a 24 horsepower engine. So what I'm thinking of is when the Trimstar goes out of warranty, because I have a 2-year unlimited warranty on it, I am thinking about taking the FS 600V, which is on there now, which comes with its stock. I've done some research and I can get a FS 730. That's a 24 or 25 horsepower engine, and put it on there. The bolt, I'll just make sure that the output shaft is the same diameter and length. That generation engine, they came in an inch and a quarter, and then different shaft lengths. So I think if I do that and put 5 more horsepower on that Trimstar, because it was never really designed to pull the Ghost Slide, all right, because there is some friction on there, and I just need more power to cut these overgrown yards. I seem to get these things all the time, and I've never bogged the mower, stalled out, but I have gotten almost to that point several times when I was cutting overgrown this year, right? But anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, because I would like to put a Kawasaki FS 730 on there, but I don't know. I could actually, I think, get a 54-inch Trimstar and fit it in the back of the truck. I just have to put it in there backwards, or get the Mow and Go ramp that's got the 3-foot dovetail on the back, and that way I don't have to pull the mower all the way into where the wheel wells are, because there's only 50 inches right there. So that's what I'm thinking. My truck, as I've said before, being a short bed is not ideal. If I was gonna do this over, I missed my box truck. Oh goodness, I missed that box truck. But I think this is more practical for me, and I would like to have a single rear wheel 1-ton long bed. That way I could put the 36-inch dovetail Mow and Go on the back, or the ramp rack, and it would have plenty of spring support to be able to handle it, no problem. Plus I would be able to, I could actually get 2 mowers in there if I wanted to. I could get a 48-inch stand-on and my Trimstar in there, or my Trimstar and a 36 or something like that. Not that I want to take 2 mowers. 48 is the best size for me in the yards that I have. I've only had to deny a few yards because the gates were too small, but that's not that big of a deal because most of the gates are at least 50 inches wide. So if I can take but a 48 stander really wouldn't, I wouldn't really be able to use that on all my properties. I want something I can use on all of them. So, but I don't think I can fit 2 walk behinds even in a long bed. They're just too long. That's one disadvantage of a long bed, is the footprint. They're really long mowers. So I don't know. But in fact, I know it wouldn't fit. So I don't know. I have some properties that a 48-inch stander would do really good on because they're fast. That's the thing I want, is the speed. So anyway, I'm not going to belabor this any longer. And this Doberman, she just thinks I'm her sleeping bed or something. Anyway, I got to get rolling because it's after 9 o'clock now, and I got a whole day of mowing. So I think it's supposed to get in the maybe low 50s, but it's beautiful. Not supposed to have any rain for, I don't know, it don't matter now. The Bermuda's still growing very slowly, but if we get about 4 days in a row where the air temperature at night is in the low 40s or lower, and this stuff will go pretty much dormant, like it's done. So it's not coming back till next year. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Please comment below which of the situations, environmental situations, you like and you dislike the most in doing lawn care. And I will talk to you guys on the next video.